hear the crying. I hear it all trying to fall asleep. When all the love around you is dying. How do you stay so strong? How did you hide it all for so long? How can I take the pain away? How can I save a fallen angel in the dark? Never thought you'd fall so far. Fallen angel, close your eyes. I won't let you fall tonight. Fallen angel. You do it all for my own protection. You make me feel like I'll be okay. Still I have so many questions. How do you stay so
Hey everybody! Thank you for bearing with me as we went ahead and had to create a new stream. I don't know what was happening. Something with the internet probably. But thank you all for being here. We are taking a first look at the newly released Beacon Pines. Just a little bit about this. So these little furry fuzz guys, they live in Beacon Pines and there's a mystery that they are going to solve. And it's done through a storytelling type game. So it looks really cute. I saw it a couple months ago on Steam and I was like, ooh, or no, it wasn't Steam. I saw it on Xbox Game Pass that it was coming out and I was really interested in it. And I actually just this week saw that there was a demo on Steam. So I played the demo and I loved it. So I'm really excited to show it to you guys. And we're going to play it. We're going to play it hopefully all the way through. Daniel G, thank you for being here. Sarge, thanks for helping me out. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. Floristic K, thanks for making it over. And then we had Pix over there and Beaver. And I think we had one other person too. But if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Thank you for being here. Yes, we're going fine this time. I don't know what happened, but we're rolling with it. First try, yeah. Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen Sarge's stream from earlier today, he played some Modern Warfare 2. It was awesome. He did so good. He was having so much fun and we loved it. So make sure you go and you check that out. He's going to be playing more of it tomorrow as well, from what I know. Right. So this is Beacon Pines. Let's jump into it and see what awaits us. Maybe. Aw, don't tell me the game's messed up now, too. Alright, hang on. We're gonna restart the game. Restart the game. I guess today is Technical Difficulty Thursday. There's that. And then Beacon Pines. Reopen. Floristic, if I can play Modern Warfare, so can you. Because I am the worst player when it comes to Modern Warfare. There we go. Hey, we got it. Storytime, Warhorn. That's right. Sit back, enjoy the story, y'all. Let me know if you can hear the game okay. If I need to turn it down or turn it up. Dear reader, allow me to introduce you to my book. Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary. You may therefore have some misunderstandings about its nature. The story that awaits you has not been fully told. In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself. It is in that way that my book is special. It is in that way that you are special. Without you, there is no story. Chapter 1. Normal isn't what it used to be. This is a story about change. Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines. Far from the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn. There's the young boy. His name is Luka Van Horn, and like you, dear reader, he's here for a reason. Hey, Dad. How are things going? Today's the first day of summer vacation. I start middle school next year, I guess. Aw, he's so sweet. I was 6 years old when you died, and it's been 6 years now. Far from here on out, you'll have been gone longer than you were here. It feels like that. Hey, Beaver! Thank you for that dono. Keep up the good work. Top 3 guarantee. That's right. Woohoo! Hey, Auntie, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Feels like that should mean something. Mom always said that this tree was your favorite spot in the world. Me too. Hey, Luka. I knew I'd find you here. Rollo was Luka's closest friend. He possessed many fine qualities, but subtlety was not one of them. Well, after I banged on your door till your gran answered, and after I checked the pond and climbed up to the treehouse, then I knew I'd find you here. Rollo finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes and the flowers on the grave. Oh, yeah, right. You and your mom always did this on your dad's birthday. Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to keep doing it now that your mom's gone too. She's not gone. She's just missing. Sorry, I meant to say since she went missing. She's gonna come back, Rollo. Of course she is. Man, so he lost his dad, and his mom's missing. Okay, Dad. See you next time. I think I'm ready to get out of here. Sure, lead the way. Ooh. My daughters used to call these, dandelions wishes. Yeah, that's right. Thank you all for the 9 likes. I appreciate that. Because, oh, did it freeze again? Oh, there we go. Tickle. Wonderful. I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book. That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed. Keep hold of it for now. Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough. But yeah, my kids used to call these dandelions wishes because I told them that if they blew on them and make a wish, it would come true. So they called them wishes. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The whole reason I was looking for you. I was wondering if you'd ever get to that. I found the perfect way to start out our summer. How's that? Rollo looked to the side suspiciously. Not here. They might be watching. They? Who? Shh, not so loud. We need to do this in a secure location. Mission control. All right, I just have to tell Gran and then we can head out. What are you going to tell her? I don't know. I'll think of something. If it's all the same to you, I'll meet you at the welcome sign. Your Gran still kind of wigs me out. I don't do well with new people. She moved in like half a year ago. Just meet me at the sign when you're done. Suit yourself. I won't be long. Tell Gran before heading out with Rollo. Okay. All right, let's go tell Gran. This is a little bit different than the demo. Only if you blow all of the seeds away, yep. Dear reader, forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch? There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They have been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house. Ooh, time for a charm hunt. Charm. Since Gran moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric. One of his father's old stethoscopes. Luka had spent countless hours listening to anything and everything with it. Not for years, though. What's this? Oh, yeah. Luka's so cool. Oh, we got a charm. Look at that. Ponder and tickle. Oh, he's so cute. Gran had already lit the fire. She kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation. Okay. Luka paused at his parents' bedroom. He just wasn't ready to go in yet. Aww. Gran had commandeered the upstairs closet when she moved in. Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said. That's right. Little boys are mischievous. Gran's bed was undisturbed. Luka didn't mind that she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night. So, when I played this demo, the beginning is a little bit slow, but we'll get to the mystery. Luka tossed on his favorite old sweater. Aw. Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air. Your keyboard was acting up earlier, the shift key was stuck. You were being shifty. Shifty beaver. Okay. Oh, what's this? Just some dusty knickknacks. Okay. Ooh, the kitchen. Best place in the house. The only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she moved in was an old hutch. Womp womp, shifty. A pair of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string. Junk. Another charm. An array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator, each labeled with a day of the week. Oh my, this is quite exciting. I am now certain that you are the one I have been waiting for all these years. You recall, I was a bit coy regarding the use of charms earlier. Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic. You are about to encounter your first turning point. There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. Step forth, dear reader. I shall step forth. Young Luka would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror. Cute. A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench. This must be Gran. Hey, Gran. I'm gonna go hang out with Rolo for the day. See you later. Well, that was easy. Oh, maybe not. Hold up now. Where are you and Rolo headed exactly? Oh, nowhere special. The less Gran knew, the better for everyone involved. We were just gonna go... what for the day? Should we tell her we're going to go ponder? To go hide? Or chill? She's a country bumpkin because I feel like my, perfect grandma would be country bumpkin. That's why I have a country bumpkin GPS and ATS too. I think we're gonna chill for the day. What do you guys think? I think that's the easiest way to have Gran let us go. Your internet mom is. Yeah, she is. Mom. We were just gonna go chill for the day. The best lies are built on truth. You boys are always in a hurry to do nothing. We stick to what we're good at. Hey, Stu. Welcome. Well, make sure you are done chilling in time for supper. Easy. Yeah, see? Easy. Impressive. You've managed to navigate your first turning point without much of a mess. That is the power of charms. A single word can change everything. I think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle. The Chronicle. My little loves. The Chronicle is a record of decisions you've made. You can see the turning point which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the Chronicle to go back and invoke different charms, creating new branches. Luckily for us, this is the one and only turning point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate. Introducing you to the Chronic. Yeah, Jode's Chronic. Charms won't dramatically change. It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things. Okay. Well, let's try it then, shall we? We're just gonna go hide for the day. Let's change it to hide. See what happens. You think she'll let us go? Yes, Floristic. Yes. We were just gonna go hide for the day. Hide? I think you started now. What? What's happening? I'm so confused, Floristic. Hide? Traditionally, when one is trying to hide something, they avoid literally using the word hide. Yeah, I guess Rolo bet some other kids that we could beat them at hide and seek? Aren't you a little old for that? It's not like there's much else to do around here. Well, make sure you boys are done playing your little game in time for supper. All's well that ends well. That works too. Alright, let's go find Rolo. Oh, and Luka? You and Rolo stay out of trouble. I know. Get into trouble with Rolo. Of course. Alright, let's get into some trouble. Alright. Off we go. Rolo! Come on! Woo! Dang it, Rolo. For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary. You know the drill. Don't let anyone discover our secret path. Ooh, hot cocoa with honey? I've never had that. She's trying to Netflix and chill. For many years, this valley has been a small mining outpost. It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established. Over the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered until the foul harvest and his sudden death. In the 6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by. So should I talk to these people before we go? not yet. Let's go make some trouble. Oh. Hey, Jetson. Is the line playing any tunes today? No bites this morning, I'm afraid. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I reeled one in. But hey, it was never about the catch. This is where I come to think. Yeah, that's what my dad used to do here. That reminds me, if you ever want his chair back, I've taken to standing recently. Keeps me from falling asleep at the reel. If you don't mind, I think it should stay. Not at all. An empty chair makes for a great listener. Whenever Luka saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown. Go pick out your bait from the tackle box, buckaroo. Luka opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait. Luka tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring? Give it a good cast now. Woo, there we go. Very poo type characters, yeah. It's cute. You'll have to reel it a bit faster, or your catch will lose interest. Okay. Alright. I gotta get more bait. Okay. Junk. Oh, it broke. Easy there, buckaroo. You don't know your own strength. Okay, I have to try something different, huh? A tickle? Luka gently baited a feather onto the hook. Good for skimming the surface. Alright. Try it again. I don't get it. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I got it. I got a rubber ducky. Well, I be switched. It's your old rubber ducky. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. I told you it'd turn up. Go. I don't want to keep fishing. I want to cause mischief with Rolo. I guess I. Oh wait, I gotta try the other one. Let's see if I get anything else. Okay, so I have to do one of each. Okay. Ooh. Junk. So that's where rubber duckies come from. What a coincidence. Where do you think the other one is? Hard to say. Sometimes things drift away. That's not fair. No, it's not. Well, wherever it is, I hope the other boot at least has a sock to keep it company. Clinton J! What's up, dude? How you doing? I don't want to fish anymore. Do I have to keep fishing? I don't get this part. This part wasn't in the demo, by the way. I want to get into trouble with Rolo. Why do they keep having us do the same thing? I'm so confused. Can we go now? Oh, we gotta go back that way. Ah, there we go. Ooh, look. That's our treehouse. The boys had a good thing. As long as they kept old Jeff happy, they had an endless source of precious materials to add to the treehouse. It's a cool looking treehouse. On certain nights, when the clouds were just right, the boys could tune into strange patterns of static. Rolo thinks it's aliens. He always thinks it's aliens. Okay, what's this top secret plan to start our summer? Ric Flair's cousin. Flary Flair. So you know the abandoned warehouse by my place? The old Valentine building? Yeah, well, it isn't abandoned. What makes you think that? Get this. Last night, it was glowing. Glowing? Are you sure? Kinda. That place has been empty since the foul harvest. Yeah. Who would even want to poke around that place? We would, Rolo. We would. Wait. It's just a busted old warehouse. I just meant we could do some research at the library. You want to actually go to the warehouse? What do you expect to find? Answers. My mom's out there somewhere, and it seems like everyone wants to pretend she's gone for good. You don't have to come, Rolo, if you don't want to. Luka, remember that time I sort of accidentally burned down the chicken coop? And you jumped in and said it was your fault before my pa throttled me? This is a flaming chicken coop sort of deal. I've got your back. Thanks, Rolo. Now that I think about it, poking around a decrepit fertilizer warehouse is exactly how I want to spend the first day of summer. Nice. Here we go. To a warehouse, I suppose. Old Pickler's Pond. I feel like I should talk to these people. Hey, Mr. Care. Hey there, pal. William Care was the CEO of Perennial Harvest Company. He had become a fixture around town over the past few years. After the failing of Valentine Fertilizer, the town was hungry to welcome a new source of employment. Excited for the big festival? Oh, sure. Come on now, when I was your age, there was nothing more exciting than a town festival. The food, the music, the dancing. Sounds pretty alright. You're gosh dang right it is. I'm looking forward to letting off some steam myself. Make sure to invite all of your little friends. I couldn't keep Rolo away if I tried. Excellent. Sorry, Luka. I've got to get back to the proverbial grindstone. Our harvest awaits. And all that. Oh, now the left side's a little low. Sorry, young Mr. Van Horn. Can't talk now. Very busy with preparations. Mayor Augustus Valentine was not busy. Oh, sorry, Gus. How many times do I... It's Mayor Valent... Flustered, Gus instinctively loosened his tie. Keep up the good work. I must briefly attend to be a concerned citizen. Huh? It's nothing. Keep at it. Alright, what can the mayor of Beacon Pines do for you today? Oh, just saying hi, I guess. Well, good day to you, young Mr. Van Horn. Look at Luka, he's so cool. I like him. Ooh, I can jump. I didn't know I could jump. Sleepy. Hey, Mr. Sinclair! Mr. Sinclair continued snoring and lifted one eyelid just enough to see who it was, a tactic he often used to avoid undesirable conversations. Yoo-hoo, Mr. Sinclair! Bah, don't you see? I'm sleeping, boy! How's the napping today? Crummy as always. Used to have a perfectly nice view from here. Till perennial harvest put that monstrosity of a building in the way. Why don't you just move your chair a bit? Why should I be the one that moves? If it's a showdown they want, I ain't gonna be the one who blinks. Okay. Come on, Andy. Grab his wallet. I'm sorry, Iggy, I can't. Do it or we pound ya. Yep. Yeah, but my mom said, yeah, but. If I had a nickel for every yeah, but, I'd be a frickin' king of nickels. Ain't that right, Tish? Yep. Of all the games, but yes, this one you can jump. Ta! Mr. Van Horn, do you have a moment? It's just Luka. Golly, I'm sorry, it's my first week at Perennial Harvest. He pulled a pen from his pocket of his sweater vest and began to frantically jot something down on a clipboard. Wonderful. It won't happen again. If we're going to be on a first-name basis, then you can call me Pete. Oh, nice to meet you, Pete. Sorry, what are you writing? Oh, just documenting. Gosh, it's exciting to be part of something so darn special. You know, it's not just about new fountains and phone booths. We're gonna change the world! And it all starts here, in Beacon Pines. That was just Trev's brother. Isn't that amazing? Uh-huh. Anyway, I'd better get... Oh, that reminds me. We'd love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts? You bet. If we're gonna change this town, we need to get every detail right. That sounds intense. Changing the world is intense. So, what do you say? Did you answer a few questions? Well, I guess if it's quick. Wonderful. Open to answering a few quick questions. One down. See? It's not hard, is it? Okay. We're going already. Question 2. What is something you love about Beacon Pines? I never really thought about it before. Perfect. It's the only place I've lived. See? That wasn't so painful. Pete stopped scribbling and glanced up from his clipboard. Was it? I guess not. Huzzah! Our first 3 questions answered in record time! Are you literally writing down everything? Thank you so much for your time. I need to process these answers. We can save the rest of your thoughts for later. Okay. Our harvest awaits! That was the most ridiculous conversation. I'm just catching my breath a bit. Go on. I'll catch up. Okay. Alright, I'm only going to talk to the people I think look cool. Last Chance Diner. Ooh, who's this? She looks creepy. Miss Hatch could often be found near the fountain, too absorbed in a book to be distracted. The two wandered down the wooded path, unaware of the danger ahead. Oh! Oh, this is getting good. Okay. Luka, just the fella I was looking for. Hey, Roxy, what's up? Oh, right. Rendezvous with Roxy. This is an important turning point. Yay, a turning point! The first time where your charms will change the course of fate. And currently, we only have one suitable charm at our disposal. Have no fear, we can always return later using the Chronicle, once we find more charms. Well, now I'm just rambling. Where were we? Have you seen my blockhead brother today? He skipped out before breakfast. Well, not really, no. Can't say I have. Can't say or won't say. Roxy, would I lie to you? Luka, wait up! I almost forgot to tell you. Roxy might be lurking around here. This is one of her favorite places to stand around and be useless. Rolo. So we need to make sure she doesn't spot us. Rolo. Uh-oh. Why are you doing that turning thing with your body? What? You're not scared, are you? She's harmless. And a chump. And she's right around that corner, isn't she? Uh-oh. Don't mind me, just over here lurking uselessly. Oh, hey, sis. Nice weather we're having, eh? I couldn't help but notice you snuck out this morning before breakfast. Wasn't hungry. Also couldn't help but notice your morning chores were left unchored. Roxy, I'm gonna level with you. I'm sick and tired of digging up carrots. We all gotta pick up the slack since the foul harvest. Almost every carrot I dig up is rotten, and the rest look like they were hit with Hank Atomic's shrink array. All the more reason to keep on digging. There's gotta be more to life than puny carrots. Look, Roxy, Luka and I have places to be, so if you don't mind... Oh, I do mind. I'm not gonna catch hell because of you. So either you march yourself home and harvest those carrots, or I haul you home myself. Rolo froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles. Luka knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill. Okay. Come on, Roxy. It's the first day of summer. The sun's shining, and we just want to take it easy. Let's leave tomorrow's problems for tomorrow. That's great and all, but Rola's problems have a way of becoming my problems. And Pa always says, tomorrow's work is best left for yesterday. March, you big oaf. Aw, rats. I expect a full report about the Valentine place. A full report! Investigate the Valentine warehouse alone. Bum, bum, bum. So, Fitz, what are you up to on this lovely day? Nope. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, let's go find the Valentine warehouse. A bit much, if you ask me. Indulgent. Maybe I have to explore to find the charms. Morning, Luka. Any big plans for the summer? Not really. Heard anything about the old fertilizer warehouse? Any strange happenings? Can't say I have. Either way, a dusty old warehouse is no place for a young boy. You be safe now. Can we go this way? Oh, who are you? Piper? Oh, hey, Luka, what's up? You know it's summer break, right? Of course. And it's like the morning, correct? And you're studying? Like they say, the early bird gets the proper education required for a successful and fulfilling career later in life. Hey, Zerial. Hiya, Luka. Could you please tell this lazy butt to help out in the cafe? Lumi, Zerial would like you... Luka, let me give you a little gem of advice. If you never do what you don't love, then you'll never work a day in your life. Wow. You're really setting the kid up for success. Okay. We didn't talk to him, right? Holden Wilder ran the local paper of record, the Beacon. Hey, Mr. Wilder. Morning, Luka. What's the day have in store for you? I was wondering if you heard any news about... News? The Beacon knows the news that needs knowing. And news about the old fertilizer warehouse? Nope. Oh. Rollo thought he saw some lights there last night. Rollo ought to be careful poking around that part of town. The winds of change are blowing, and change is a dangerous animal. Oh, look, we did have another gem or charm we could find. Ooh, who is this? Hey, Don. Sorry to wake ya. No Aw, that reminds me of Maz for some reason. My cat Maz. No problem, it comes with the job. Dawn had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter. At night, she searched for the story that could be her big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand. What's up? Rollo said he saw something strange at the warehouse. You know anything about that? You might have to say I've heard things. I'm working on a story about it right now. So, what's going on? Can't quite say. I still need to follow up on a few leads. Keep me in the loop, okay? Sure thing. Things seem to be quiet in town today. Yep, everyone is preparing for the festival. Should be back to normal tomorrow. Catch you then? Catch you then. Oh, and Luka? I'm really sorry I haven't been able to find anything about your mom yet. I'm just grateful that you tried. I'm still keeping my ears up. Guess Mrs. Fratelli is getting ready for the festival. Mrs. Fratelli. That's Tom's Nook in a few years. Hey, Solomon. Apologies, no time for chit-chat. Okay. We'll keep it short and sweet. Closed. Luka, my boy, hold up a tick. Oh, hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I was just on my way to... I just sold the last jar of your grandmother's preserves. Can't stock the shelves fast enough, turns out. Hey, that's great, but I'm actually... I guess Juniper will just have to swing by with more of her lovely jam. Uh-huh. Well, don't let this old man slow you down. You just remind her that she still owes me that dance. Aw, he's macking on Gran. I promised Gran regretted the second it was made. Will do. She's a fine woman, that Juniper. Yeah, she's pretty cool, I guess. A real fine woman. See, I feel like they all have some kind of, like, country accents. Gotta go. Sweeter than any jam on earth. Phone booth was brand new, part of the Perennial Harvest Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use. Oh, hey, Luka. Hey, Joey. How's the bug hunting go? Not great. Bugs have been shy this week. Bugs get shy? Oh, sure. Bugs aren't that different from people. Sometimes they just want to be left alone. If you're going to Weepwood, just be careful where you step. No bug crunching. Got it. Luka peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted. That's strange. Strange for a beehive to be deserted. That Sarge making that whining noise. The path led into a small hollow at the edge of Weepwood. Okay, no turning back now. Caution. Electrified fence. Is that sign new? The fence thrummed with a gentle electric buzz. Okay, so what would Rollo do if he was here? Luka often asked himself what Rollo would do, so that he could rule out that option. Definitely not touching that thing. Okay. Hey! Sparks flew from the fence. The light atop that section shut off. 2 bulbs remained. That's 2. 1 more to go. Oh, bad throw. Try again. Hey! The fence's buzzing gave way to silence. Okay, moment of truth. Every kid in town knew the old Valentine fertilizer building. Long abandoned, the warehouse once served as the industrial heart of Beacon Pines. Now, it stood only as a reminder of things left behind. The dormant building showed strange signs of life. Hey, so Rollo wasn't exaggerating for once. What's going on here? There's only one way to find out. The water looked almost diseased. It flowed slowly into the woods. The hose emitted a subtle sound. It was actively draining some kind of liquid. Gross. Locked. Luka thought he heard faint sounds coming from the other side of the door. He pressed his ear against the cold metal to hear better. A zipper? Footsteps? The sound of footsteps grew louder. Oh. Hello? Shit. Shit. We got a shit charm. The heavy steel door knocked Luka to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luka watched his fingernails leave trails on the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light. This is a story about change. Uh-oh. This is where it's getting spooky. It was far from the sort of change Luka imagined for himself, but change is, after all, a dangerous animal. The end. The end? Probably should have warned you about this. There are many paths that our story can take. Most will end in tragedy, but don't let that discourage you. Did he just die? That was the end. He was drug into the warehouse for his death. Well, I'm glad we can change that up. We will find the ending that the story deserves. I just know it. From here on out, a charm will have a check mark when it has been used to its full potential at a given turning point. Now, let's try something different. Well, I can't do anything there. Okay, so we have to go back to another turning point. Hey, Nader! What's up, Baden? Good to see you. Thanks for coming to the stream. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little shit. Be a little shit. Luka, do it. He kicked her. Make a break for it. What have you done? Ah. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks, Aiden. How are you doing? Did that little shit just kick me? Run all you want, you little twerps. Gotta come home eventually. Sorry. Investigate the Valentine warehouse with Rollo. Okay. Sorry about that. Rollo can get overexcited sometimes. Solomon Valentine, current ward of and future successor to the Valentine fortune, puffed as he brushed off his pants. A town of complete and utter fools. One wonders if it's worth taking anything here seriously. Either way, I'm really sorry. No matter. How are you doing? Me? Yes. With all that business about your mother and whatnot. Oh, I'm getting by. Still no word from her at all? No. That is truly a shame. Shame. Your grandmother has taken residence to keep house? Yeah. And how is that going? We mostly stay out of each other's way. You make it sound like she's rarely at home. It's not like that. She just has a lot to do. She's still settling in and trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Indeed. Well, count your blessings. It's better to have a caretaker who is rarely around in lieu of one who tries to compensate by smothering you with attention. It doesn't sound so bad. Trust me when I say it's best to rely on yourself. Family has a way of creating more problems than they solve. Interesting. Solomon? Solomon trifled a gesture towards the approaching heiress Valentine. Speak of the devil. Do not wander off like that. I'm too busy to be looking all over for you. Apologies, heiress. I was just taking a stroll through town. Strolls are for commoners. You're a Valentine now. I want you to be present for the construction of the History Museum. The future of this town relies on its ability to remember our family's great past. Of course. Hey. Luka, I wanted to pass him. Luka, my boy, hold up a tick. Sorry, Mr. Nuncreed, I'm kind of in a hurry right now. Okay, yay. Boy's got too much of his father in him. I win! Little help? Is this the animal version of GTA? You know it, Aiden. Hey, Chris. Drunken Dragon Gaming. Welcome. How are you? How's work been going? I am the champion. We were racing? Did that road get longer? Like anything ever changes around here. It seemed longer. You're just lightheaded from the run. Really need to pace yourself better next time. Not sure why I would take advice from second place. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. Has that sign always been here? Wait, what? Caution, electrified fence. No, that's definitely new. Creepy. How are we gonna get around an electric fence? Don't worry, I've got this. Why did you do that? Always says you can figure out what the plan was when you're done. Great, now what? Well, I did my part and established that touching the fence is bad. I'm sure you can handle it from here. I'll supervise. From a safe distance. This is so cute. Hey, Curtis, how are ya? Whoa, you're a genius. Thanks for being in the stream today. Yeah. Oh. Oops. I did it. I think that did it. Luka, you never fail to impress. I like these characters, they're cute. As the glowing windows of the old warehouse came into view, Rollo began to bounce excitedly. Check it out! Dang, Rollo, you weren't exaggerating for once. Was there ever any doubt? This definitely needs investigating. Just dropping by before you head to your tabletop game? Ooh, nice. What are you playing, Chris? Good thing 2 ace detectives are on the case. This is bizarre. This is awesome! Rumble. Did you feel that? What? The excitement in the air? You bet your butt I did. Check out this puddle. That's not normal. And this hose. Aw, man, the door's locked. Try harder. No dice. It won't budge. Oh well. This dumpster is new, right? I bet it's got stuff in it. I can't really see what's in here. Who did all of this? My nose is itching. I think I smell some treasure. You're sure that isn't the hazardous waste? Just help me get in. Rolo, it'd be my honor to throw you in the trash. Come on, Lady Luck. So, what's in there? Let's see. There's a squishy bag of squish. Wow. A good inch of stagnant sludge. Your natural habitat. Wait. Hold the phone. Hold 2 phones. Check these bad boys out. Are those walkie-talkies? Just like Hank atomic communicators. Do these actually work? Ground command to Hank Atomic. Hank, do you read me? This is Hank Atomic. Ground command, you're coming in 5 by 5. How are your vital readouts, Hank? It's getting a little stuffy in here. Requesting assistance for evac. Help is on the way. Oh no. Oh no. What was that? Someone's coming! Give me your hand! I'm trying! My hands are covered in squish! Scoot over! I'm coming in! What'd he throw? Tell me you saw that? Dude, I don't know what I saw. He's coming back! Get down! Oh my. The boy sat petrified under the weight of the bag. Oh god, tell me that's not what I think it is. Luka, do you know what separates run-of-the-mill detectives from ace detectives? A ridiculous hat? When the chips are down, ace detectives dig deeper for clues. Rolo felt around at the large sack which burdened them. Aha! He snapped off a tag from just within a small zipper opening in the bag. Some sort of badge or something. What's it say? Rolo held the badge up to a faint shaft of light within the dumpster. Dr. Prescott, Deep Engineering. It's a name tag. Who would throw away a bag full of slimy old name tags? I think it's just one name tag and a bag full of something else. Okay. I think we should make a break for it. Stay calm. This is no time to panic. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. Rolo, calm down. You don't have to squeeze my hand so hard. Dude, I am not holding your hand. Quit messing around. What other slime-covered hand would be in here? Oh my god, it's a hand! I'm beginning to see the benefits of your run for your lives plan. Right, we've clearly established that I'm faster than you, so I'll go first. Why not go together? Flaming chicken coop, Luka! I'll make sure the coast is clear. After I go, count to 100. If you hear me yell, run. If you don't hear me yell, run. Actually, either way, haul ass. Rolo, I'll give you credit. You sure found an eventful way to start our summer. It's what I do. Well, here goes nothing. Luka sat in the dark, tracking the sound of Rolo's footsteps as he ran. 1, 2, 3. He pressed his ear to the dumpster wall, straining to hear Rolo's footsteps as they faded away. 15, 16, 17. He tried not to think about the contents of the dumpster as he counted. 35, 36, 37. The thick stench made it hard to breathe. Screw it. That's long enough. Luka carefully lifted the lid and peered out. Nothing. No sign of Rolo. No sign of the man in the yellow suit. Time to haul ass. Luka clambered down from the dumpster, stumbling to his knees. He was up like a shot and running, sprinting toward home as fast as he could. Beacon Pines flew by, blurred by the tears that welled up in his eyes. He wouldn't remember getting home at all that night. throwing his front door open, storming up the stairs to his room, and surrendering to sleep almost as abruptly as he hit his pillow. Chapter 3. Finding a friend. Well, good news is that they both didn't die this time. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at a breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence. I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. Uh-huh. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rello get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Hello? Calm down. No, of course, it was the right thing to do. Start gathering, folks. I'll be right there. Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around a bit. Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even. I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstances are you to leave. What? If I am not back by dinner, there's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You are to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. Boring. Well, that was strange. Okay, so, what should we do? Maybe look upstairs again? An eerie electronic sound echoed from Luka's bedroom. Hello? Is anyone there? The walkie-talkies. Hello? Rollo, is that you? Sounded like a SOS. Over? Strange. Luka glanced at the now silent walkie-talkie. He wasn't sure what to think. Luka glanced at the now silent walkie-talkie. He wasn't sure what to think. Oh, I already read that. Oh, someone's knocking. Knock, knock, knock. Let's go see. Who's there? I'm coming. Oh, hey, Roxy. Is this about me accidentally kicking you yesterday? Is Rollo here? No. Look at me, Luka. This is serious. Is Rollo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rollo didn't come home last night. What? A pit formed in Luka's stomach. Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weepwood, and then it was late, and we went home. Weepwood? If he's alive, I'm going to kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything he said? Luka's mouth felt dry. No, we were just messing around. Okay. I need to let people know to check the woods. You stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something. Luka could feel his heart beating in his throat. Rollo. Where are you? Okay. Well, Gran said not to leave, but guess what? We're leaving. We gotta find Rollo. This way, right? Right. Library. We really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Roxy said she will be here, she will be here. I just don't see why I'm standing around doing nothing and waiting for Roxy when I could be standing around doing nothing and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi. Roxy needs our help. Ugh, my parents won't listen. No offense, but isn't Rollo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check Weepwood. Our shift doesn't end for another couple of hours. We could spend the time making posters. That would be great, I guess. Right. Fitz and I will check Weepwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weepwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. library. Library. There it is. Wait, what was that? Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing. Aw. What's this? Cato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in every single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Cato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing. Hey, Cato. Cato was lost in his reading. Luka crooked his neck to see the title. Introduction to Militology? Ahem. Oh, hey, Luka. Oh, look, it's a penguin. That must be Flippers. Oh, hey, Luka, you snuck up on me. Good book? Don't know, just started it. He gestured to the shelves. I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. So now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if there are 2 queens in a hive, they will fight to death for supremacy. Right. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rollo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luka. Did Rollo come by? No. I was actually surprised. He's usually here early on days when a new issue drops. Rollo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where. No, he knows where. Oh. Roger that, Space Cadet. The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read. Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis. Boring. Ecological? Phosphorids? Ugh. More like Myco-complete loss of interest. The entire top level of the library was devoted to comics, most of which were Hank Atomic and a myriad of lesser revered spin-offs. So it hasn't really told us to do anything else. There were rarely any actual new... Simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week. Not fooling anyone. Oh, the cobs I've eaten. A salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous. Yuck. Sally Seashores. Simple, succulent sundries. Luka brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes, so easy you'll doubt it's even edible. Succulent. A peek behind the curtain. The Methods and Reminiscences of Patrick C. Montesquieu. One of the greatest acting minds of our time, by Patrick C. Montesquieu. Oof. Okay. So... Oh. Who are you? What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luka Van Horn. You're new here? Yep, not by choice. Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way. I'm looking for my friend Rollo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing? I guess so. Like missing? Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here? Luka shifted his feet uncomfortably. Well, that sucks. Yeah. So I should probably get going. Hey, wait up! What? Buttoned. Beck pulled a coin from her pocket. Coming with you. What? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yep, well technically it landed on heads. Leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, that's kind of like me and Rollo. I guess Rollo is my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. My name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. I don't even know where we're going. Dang, they boarded up the way in. Whoa. Luka felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost. Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what that stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science. And what does science suggest? Poke it with a stick! Luka watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood. First, small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals. What the? Ooh. As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust. Okay, so the science tells us this gunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Hey Tish, look what the cat dragged in. Yep. I don't have time for this right now, Iggy. Aw, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish? Yep. She looks fine to me. Why, hello. I don't think we have been properly introduced. Iggy's the name, and this is my compatriot, Tish. Yep. Probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you just this once, on account of you being new around here. Why would you hang out with this dud? Ugh. Oh, he seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you? Has he even told you that his parents skipped out on him? Shut up. It's true. They got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him. Iggy, I'm only gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family. Haha, look who's growing a backbone now that a girl's around. First his pops croaked, then his mom finally bounced. Couldn't take it anymore and bounced. Iggy took a step towards Luka, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luka's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city. That's what I'm saying, Sarge. Slap his ass to sleep. But a bully from a hayseed town is really no different. Beck took a deep breath and thought, well, time to bust out the... strange. Let's try the strange. Dot, dot, dot. Right, Luka. Looks like you need a little mud bath. Dot, dot, dot. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend. Dot, dot, dot. Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye. It's weird when people don't talk. Yep. Stop being a weirdo. Dot, dot, dot. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense. Wackadoos travel on packs, dud? At sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luka snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luka launched himself into his stomach. Arrgh! That's right. Get him. Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze. You jerk! You ruined... My clothes are ruined! I'm gonna... Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up. Uh-oh. He went in the ooze. I don't feel so good. Look at that! I'm sorry, I just... Oh, shit. Yup. Oh, no. Well... That was intense. Iggy's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems okay. The person at the warehouse, the strange ooze, and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this? We have to find Rollo. He took the words out of my mouth. Okay. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. Uh-oh. Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We were just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So where was he? It's funny, really. He just got a little turned around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know. I'm starting to get that impression. Rollo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Wow, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get lost yourselves. Yeah, come on, Beck. Can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luka, your grandmother was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home. I guess. Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work anyway. Beck glanced towards Luka. I guess all is well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay. What really happened to Rollo, I wonder? Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luka, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luka took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath. Gran? I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rollo. Luka was alone. The house was empty. So Gran's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess. That's how I throw myself into bed. Whoop. Luka was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. Why don't you grab me some nice bait? Sure thing, Dad. Luka hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. We're fishing with bees? Luka's father gave a warm chuckle. Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one. Luka closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Face down, chat. Giggity. Holding it at his arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. Interesting choice. With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or a ripple. The wrong choice, but I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right. Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luka scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. Dad, I don't understand. Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal. The relentless ice shot through the fishing line towards his father. Dad, look out! His father casually wound the reel. None of it's your fault. You know, never was. Dad, we have to go. Luka grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. Please, you have to run. The ice cracked as it spread across his father's hands. That's the thing about fishing, Luka. His chest began to crystallize. You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're going to pull out. A shock of searing cold ran up Luka's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luka tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. Sarge says, "Wake up, Beaver." He's making scumbag comments. Damn sushi, be quiet. Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean? The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply. Did he have a dream about his dad? There's Beaver. Luka's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie. Rolo? Faintly, he could hear Rolo amongst the noise. Luka! Rolo, is that you? Luka! There? Rolo, it's the middle of the night. Luka, thank God. Listen, I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here? Rolo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static. Listen to me. Someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was blah 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 blah. Took me to some sort of blah 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 blah. I think I'm underground. Underground? You okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in blah 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 for now, at least. Mr. Care said you made it back home safe. Care? No, blah blah blah. Trust, blah 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 blah. He's blah 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 blah. Hold on, someone's coming. The signal went silent. Rolo? Rolo, where are you? Luka held still, waiting for a response, his pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time. Okay, I think they're gone. Blah blah blah. Getting worse. I can barely hear you. Rolo's voice began to fade. Blah blah blah. Losing signal. Not much time. Blah blah blah. Mission control. Blah 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 blah. You need to blah 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 to the warehouse. Treehouse. With that, the signal died for good. What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Rolo, you're a genius. Luka grabbed the walkie-talkie and spread it to the treehouse. Hook up the walkie-talkie to the radio in the treehouse. Okay, treehouse was this way. Luka heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted. It's Bran? Some others? So, we all understand our roles. You can count on me. I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan. Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side. We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while the danger persists. Hiram, you just keep your wits about you. Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath. You're right. You can count on me. I just wish we could have made the deal with Eris Valentine. Her resources would have still come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans to change. How is Luka holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all. I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in agreement? The three shared a determined look. Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. What is going on, guys? Why are you meeting Mrs. Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Hey, Luka. Yeah! Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? For just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your gran enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. Crimson! Welcome in. How are you today? When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tulliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified, or both. Luka, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Aren't you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit longer. See ya, Luka. Alright, what was our objective? We needed to go... That's right. Hook up the walkie-talkie. And that was this way. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing good. Things are all good over here on this side, too. Rolo? Rolo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rolo. Mr. Karras said you were all right. What happened out there? Dang it, Rolo, where are you? Luka could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket. Got weapons in here, so you'd better come out right now. He strained to hear a muffled voice began. Weapons. How could you hurt something that's already dead? Fear gripped Luka's throat. Who are you? What? You don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore. Luka stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rock, revealing itself to Luka. I'm a monster. And now they hunt me, like the beast I am. Iggy? Luka reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger. Don't touch me. This is all your fault. Luka slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt. So sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second. And I get to be like this forever? There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luka saves the day. With his positive attitude and power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weepwood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luka, Luka! Rolo? It's not safe, Luka. Rolo, where are you? The treehouse. I am at the treehouse, Rolo. Where are you? No, Luka, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Oh no. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do, but it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Slapping people to sleep earlier. More interested in the story now. He's just happy there's murder going on. Yep, murder and mayhem. Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Luka, what's happening? Don't panic, you stay here and I'll see what they want. Oh, shit. It's a cult! Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. They're like robots. Be down in just a second. Of course, of course, of course, of course. Oh, shit. We have a problem. Luka, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? I know, I'm into this story too. The sushi clan and Fox's cloaks. I start fires with my hate. Bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them. And yeah, you were right. They are saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run! Iggy slumped to his knees. I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luka, what do we do? Luka grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window. Follow my lead. Flame on! Luka and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof where Rollo had constructed his MCDC. The mission-controlled defense cannon. Love this. From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face. Oh, crap. Iggy, there you are. You gave us all a heck of a scare. Go away. Just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no one can do that. Don't worry, though. We're here to help. Sure. Help? Then why are you chasing me? Luka, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honkin' big question, Luka. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luka. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is. Poor fella just got a little lost. That's a lie. That is a hurtful thing to say, Luka. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep. Hare's smile faltered. Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that? Luka's grip tightened on the MCDC. What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luka. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. This whole town is crazy. What happens to him next is up to you, Luka. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I am the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends. Luka's mind was racing. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luka? Luka drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. That's right. Fight. No, tickle. No, we're not gonna tickle. We're gonna fight, Pluralistic. The Sargent family fights. He swung the mission-controlled defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr. Mr. Kerr! Luka summoned his most insolent demeanor. Rollo sends his regards. Uh-oh. That doesn't look like it worked. Hey! That was uncalled for. More than a little rude, and just plain unsanitary. Luka, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this. Kerr turned his back on the two boys. End this. With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. Uh-oh. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luka looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end. What? Come on! That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now. So the check marks... Okay, so we have two options. We have to go back to the hazardous heckering and tickle, or we have to go back to the warehouse of horrors and do the struggle. Oh, okay, Daniel. Bye. Have a good night. We'll see you soon. Well, time to bust out the tickles. We're trying tickles because Floristic mentioned tickles. Larry. Flair. Hey, Chish, want to see something cool? Yup. Check it. Beck lunged forward and began to tickle Tish's arms. Tickle, 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 tickle. What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yup. Hey up. Hi up. Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Hey up, hey up, hey up. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had enough. Hey up. What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us. Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered. I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. Mm-hmm. See you around, new kid. Iggy picked up the puddle before making his escape. Oh. Whoa. What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair. Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could. Is it bad? It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh, God. Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luka paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her, but finding Rollo was his primary concern. Okay, so where are we going next? Come on. Oh. Luka, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a panic? Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching. That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luka, I need you to start telling me the truth. Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling, but this was the most intense Luka had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luka. We're running out of time. In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luka broke down. Rollo and I weren't just playing in Leapwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse, but someone was in there in a strange suit. And we hid in the dumpster, and a heavy bag dropped on us, and I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up, and I ran home, and it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow. Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground and thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luka. It's not your fault, Luka. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise. Roxy drew herself up. I'm gonna fix this. Luka, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around. I have to do something. Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luka. You go back to that little tree house you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a plan? Luka wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod. You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal. Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up. Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. Wait at the treehouse in case Rollo shows up. Okay, here we go. Treehouse time. Mr. Nuncreed jumped up with a start. Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fella like that. Sorry, who are you talking to? What? Luka motioned to the phone booth. Oh, no, I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. The dang thing never does. Yeah, I never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank, and he didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luka, is there something that you know? Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luka's shoulder. Dang it, boy, if there is something you know, something you could help your friend, you need to tell folks. Luka peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding behind. It was subtle, but Luka could sense something eating away at him. There was a blank lurking behind those eyes. Shame. Deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help. Yep, at the old warehouse. Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? First we were just looking around, then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage, I think. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering. I wish you wouldn't have said that. A deep sigh bellowed from his chest. Why did you have to? Uh-oh, he's not a good person. I tried, Luka. God knows I tried to keep you safe. Luka attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder. But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We're all so close to being done with this. With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luka into the phone booth. What are you doing? It's out of my hands now. The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss. Shit. Everybody is horrible in this town. As Luka pounded the glass, the floor dropped under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luka winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried into a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occulted his view. Luka heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end. Well, jeez. Wait. No, this isn't the end. I know there is still much more. Somehow, this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else. Alright. So the only one left is this. He has to struggle. The story is about struggle. Luka could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Well, another die and die again. Yep. Let me go! Luka swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luka was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Well, everything's fine. The next morning it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence. Okay. We saw this part. She gets the phone call. Yep. 2 batches drop off. Mr. Nuncreed is not nice. One for Mr. Tolliver at the bag and well. Mr. Tolliver at the bag and wag. Another for Mrs. Fratelli at the diner. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed. Uh-oh, he said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. Yeah, he did, Gran. There are some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Alright, delivering jams. Get the ones on top. Okay. Off with you now while the day is still young. Okay, so she's not going to get a phone call this time. We just got to deliver the jam. Oh, she's calling somebody. Hey, Casper! Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. How are you doing, Casper?
boo boo.
Hey, Rollo! Sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. He's not missing. He's not missing in this sequence of events. But good news, no more boring chores for me today. Good. Glad you're doing good. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. Wait, who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? Rollo. I've got to deliver these into town first. Can catch up after. Ooh, is it a whole thing? Sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. Alright. Deliver to Mrs. Tolliver. She was... When was she? Yeah, she was back here. There we go. Well, if it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Mrs. Fratelli. Look at you. She leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek. You're all skin and bones. Is your grand not feeding you? She is... It's just... I understand. You know I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute running around in your little apron taking orders. The whole situation just breaks my heart, what happened with Eleanor. Aw, look, we got another one. I've got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son. Luka shifted the basket uncomfortably. Oh yes, let's see here. Mrs. Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam. Ah, they even had my name on them. How thoughtful. She carefully lifted out her jars of jam. You tell your grand hello for me, Luka. Will do. Okay. Next was Mr. Oliver. Mr. Tolliver was at... Mr. Tolliver. I don't know where that other place is. Is this Mr. Tolliver? Mr. Wilder, I trust you must have time to chat. A way of making questions seemed like the man, certainly. What seems to be the problem? Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something that he put on paper. He couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about silly festivals. Well, yes, that is the news of the day, but there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endeavored. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are more so interested in this town's future, rather than any one family in particular. There must be time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings-on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things change, ma'am, and you know change is dangerous. If you finish that thought, I will make the monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression the conversation was finished? Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle. Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. What's a monocle? Is that his nose? Where's Mr. Tolliver? Must have passed it? there because I don't want to get fishy again. Where was Mr. Tolliver? Look at all these charms we have now. That's cool. I don't want to give it to Mr. Nuncreed yet. But I don't know where Mr. Tolliver is. Maybe he's in the library? No. He was in something. Let me pass him real quick. Let's see what's up here. I'd better not dilly-dally. Gotta get this jam delivered. Okay. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncreed. Luka, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day. Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luka for a moment, then nodded in agreement. I suppose it is. So do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today. Luka handed the jam to Mr. Nuncreed, and he nestled it with both hands. Well, I'll just have to finish this batch off quicker than normal. He's a creep. You tell her go ahead and get started on my next order. Got it. Okay. I don't know where Mr. Tolliver is. Maybe down this way? I don't think we've been this way. We haven't been this way. Buds and Bulbs, the museum. Is this Mr. Tolliver? Yeah, there he is. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple. Hello? Eep! With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air. Oh, sorry. No bother, no bother. He leaned forward and lowered his voice. I see you have something for me. Yeah, Gran had some jam, I'm supposed to give you. He leaned in a bit further. Jam? Yeah, those ones on top. She wrote your name on them. Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear. Ah, yes, the jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me. Ooh, this is like a secret way of like sending messages, I bet, with jam. He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luka a little wink. I shall put it on my store shelves, post haste. This is my last delivery. Can I just leave the basket here with you? Of course, of course. He leaned in for a final whisper. Of course. Hey, there's Beck. Hey, you. Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple. Why? How old are you? 12? Perfect. Follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? Okay. What just happened? Well, here we go. Let's find out. Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this. His favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. What is your new little friend's name? Beck locked eyes with Luka. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate. Luka Van Horn, nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Alana. We're Beck's parents. Beck gave Luka a quick nudge. Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you both can stop obsessing about me making friends. Darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children, with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunted development doubles. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nellie means is that we just want this to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luka, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I actually already asked him, and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You two don't get into too much trouble now. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome? I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is a little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by the big creepy gate. Don't be late, or I'm back to square one on this whole friend gift. Great, see you there. Meet Beck at the big creepy gate. Okay, big creepy gate, here we come. I don't remember seeing a big creepy gate. Oh, we haven't gone this way either, though. Aha! Creepy gate. So who all lives in that house? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there, and Solomon moved in a few years back. That creepy little kid in the vest? Sounds like the one. So just 3 people live in that huge thing? I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really. The Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says that it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the foul harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone mentioned this foul harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually you're going to explain to me how harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Most kids would have just ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like someone who could use some help. You know what, Luka? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great. Whatever you do, don't bring up their work. Think I can handle that. Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod. Here goes nothing. Chapter 4. Dinner with the Modwills. Alana was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done! Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love, couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. She watched Beck and Luka finish up their pizza. Alana let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Alana's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that. So, Luka, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma, over on the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at? Beck. Manners. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like, missing? Luka's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence. Luka, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally, we'd have put more effort into dinner. Lana nervously gestured towards the boxes. We aren't fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, are we just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck! Sorry, Luka. This move has us all a little tired. Luka wiped his face with his sleeve. No, it's fine. So, Beck said you moved here for work? Beck gave Luka a swift kick under the table. Ow. I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her their newest lead researcher of deep engineering. Uh-oh. That's right. Thank you, everybody, for the 17 likes. I appreciate all of your support. I'm just so happy to get a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront and does something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the ground. Luka glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath. What Nellie means, Luka, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you didn't. Beck slammed her fist into the table, perhaps harder than she intended. Hey, Luka, how about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rello soon. Luka glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds. Look, looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here. Luka wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up. Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. See you at the festival, Beck. Wait up. I'll walk you home. Surprised, Luka turned around. He knew Rollo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool. Rollo would warm up to her eventually. Probably. Luka began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds began to rumble with ominous thunder. You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks off? Luka surveyed the rolling clouds. I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it. At that moment, the heavens opened, unleashing torrential rain. Ooh. Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Uh-oh. Luka, Nelly will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff's still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Yes. Luka squinted into the eye hole of the microscope. This looks wild. What is it? Gum? Gum? Luka adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look. I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed one for 47 days. Ugh. Luka wiped his hand off his sweater and gave a nervous laugh. It's weird, I know. Beck looked down timidly, tapping the ladder with her feet. Think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. I like that. Oh, wow. Rello and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation. Luka flicked at one of the toggles. I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Aw, shucks. Wilted flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime. Pungent. He flipped open the attached card. Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry. Was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. We moved around a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. Luka, can I ask you something? Of course. Dang it, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest, it hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you looked cool doing it. Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window. Do you ever feel alone? Like even when people are around? Well, Rollo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem. Luka took a deep breath, exhaling slowly. I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet, but one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. Aloha, Infinite Phoenix! Thank you for coming in. How's your evening going, sir? If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do? When you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know, something. We're gonna register our complaints for the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. That things are gonna change. Luka let out a feral scream that echoed in the night. Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Frog! Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper. I just want to be a normal kid. Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up. There. Wow. I actually feel a little better. As abruptly as it began, the storm abated. Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See? You and Rolo at the festival? Sounds good. Luka, don't let the universe jerk you around. Bet gave Luka a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5. Alright, you guys. Well, we made it through chapters 1 through 4, and I don't know if we'll have to go back and change some things up and change our circumstance. But I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight and taking a first look at the new release of Beacon Pines. Thank you, Beaver, for the donation. Thank you all for the likes, and thank you for any subscriptions that came through. I really appreciate it. Next time I stream will probably be my Sunday stream. I am playing with the idea of playing this game I saw yesterday called Gunk. Super awesome looking, and I want to try it. So I might be playing Gunk on Sunday unless something else pops up. So be looking on my YouTube page and be looking in my Discord. And if I don't see any of you in anybody else's chats, I will see you on Sunday. Make sure tomorrow you stop in and see Sarge. I think he might be playing some more Modern Warfare, maybe at an earlier time. So also be checking his channel out and see when he'll be playing that. And we'll see you all later. Take care, and we'll see you when we see you. Have a good night. Bye.
In the cool of the evening when everything is getting kind of groovy, I call you up and ask you if you'd like to go with me and see a movie. First you say no, you got some plans for the night, and then you stop and say